Alright, hi YouTube, this is Lisa again, and I wanted to kind of go over how to alter a pattern that you've drafted in Pattern Master Boutique. My client Amy, we're still fudging around with her classic vest pattern, getting it a little bit longer because she does like a longer vest, and making sure that it has enough room. She says she doesn't like to feel like a sausage, so she doesn't like them real tight. And so I drafted a new copy of a 20-inch vest and cut it out, and were working with this. Now the problem here, that I just did a fitting today, and the problem here is that in through the bust area, right in through here, it is a little bit too large. We zoom in right through here. In through this area, from here over in through here, it is too wide. Now the waist is fine, but she wants the hip a little bit further out. She wants a little bit more ease going in from the waistline down to her hip. So what we're going to do is do some adjustments here. Now, this particular one, let me zoom selected, this particular draft was made as a 20-inch, and I upped her minimum ease to 3.5 inches. So this has a 3.5 inch ease in through her chest area. So that was too big. So I went in and I redid it at 2.5. So let's go over here, and I merged the file. Okay, so let's go over here and ungroup these two here, and I want to get rid of my cutting lines so I can put the other item right on top of it. Okay, we'll do a quick intersect. I'll leave that alone. And let's get rid of these cutting lines here. Now I'm going to regroup this. No, I'm not going to regroup that, because I want to move these lines around. Okay, we got one more right here, don't we? Okay, that's good. Let's come over here. These two are already grouped, so we're going to grab these and drag them over to here. And let's zoom selected and kind of line these guys up. I want to get in tight right here. Get this one and match him up there. Let's move over, and we're going to zoom out a little bit so I can see where I am. Here we are. Here. We want to zoom into here and move him here. Now remember, we always change this to be a dashed line for our stitching line, at least I do. Okay, let's zoom previous and zoom out and zoom out and zoom out. And let me go down a little bit. Now the classic vest puts this point really close in the front. I did an adjustment here and moved that point down to this dart line. So that was one of the modifications that I made. Now this doesn't look like it has too much difference. If we come in through here and do a MS for measure, we're only getting hardly anything. So let's zoom previous and look over here and see what we got. The back is going to be roughly a quarter of an inch bigger. Okay, this doesn't really help much having the 2.5 inch ease. So let me go out. Let's zoom out. And we're going to kind of eyeball this instead. So let's get the grouped ones out of the way. And let's put some marks in. I'm going to go in here, and I think we need to bring this in 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is to locate a point right click on that line. You select your line first, right, and then LP for locate point, and I'm going to right click on this point right here, and I want to go in a ½ inch, and that brings it to there. Now this line I'm going to pull over there, but first let me go down to the bottom. Let's zoom out. This particular line we want to extend a ½ inch out this way. So we're going to do this kind of different. This is 8.57. So let's LP from this, and we're going to go 9.07 because we're adding a ½ inch. If it was 8.5 plus 0.5, that's 9.07. And this is a ½ inch. Let's do a measure from here to there, roughly ½ inch. Okay. Now here's what we do. Let's zoom out some, pull it up. I need to go over to this side and do the same. So we're going to locate a point from here and right click so it snaps into there, 0.5. And this line is 10 inches, so we're going to locate a point from here, 10.5. Alright, and we are going to take this guy and we are going to rotate him at the waist, and right click on that waistline point. I think will work. And what I'm going to do is just kind of rotate him to kind of meet right around in there. And if it doesn't get the whole ½ inch in there, that'll be fine. Let's zoom in and see what we did get. We got 1/3 of an inch, a little bit over it, so that'll be fine. We'll work with that. ZP for zoom previous. And now we want to do an intersection to here, and from here to here. We're going to get rid of, we're going to get rid of this point right here. Don't need him anymore. We're going to do the same to this one. Rotate him, right click here at this waistline, and then you just kind of ease him over there. The more important is to get it up at the armhole. That's the most important point that I wanted to intersect there. And here. And then we're going to get rid of this point. Okay. I think that'll work. So we're going to go ahead and do our cut lines. I can get rid of that. Don't need that after all. So then we're going to offset. Make sure you have your line style, thickness, and color all set. 0.625, and you all have seen me do this time and time again. Double click, spacebar, double click, spacebar, and you just continue on around. We have made the cutest set of knickers. And you can see from one of my videos that I kind of got into making bow ties. So I made her a bunch of cute bow ties, and she was just thrilled with them. She thought, we squealed. Okay, I'll admit it. I'm nearly 65 and I squealed like a little girl. It was funny. But her husband just absolutely loves everything, and everybody else absolutely loves everything that I make for her. She's thrilled. And she's always wanting new stuff. She's got style. I love sewing for her because she actually does know how to dress properly. So many people don't realize the importance of style. It does say a lot about you. It says who you are according to what styles you choose for yourself. Some styles are kind of outrageous, though. I can't handle that. More outrageous, although I was outrageous in my youth, so I really can't fault anybody. Now, can I? Okay. I don't know if I've mentioned it. I had a great time in Colorado, except for I got in a fight with my sister, but that's kind of normal for us. But I really had a good time. The graduation was nice. The dress fit fairly well. It does need to be taken up a little bit more. I've been kind of lazy since then. Really haven't wanted to sew, but I did get involved in what I call art therapy. And the reason I got involved in it is because of my daughter. Oh my gosh, my daughter. She's born in 77, so what does that make her? Almost 40 now, I guess. And she's an addict, she's in prison, and she just escaped and went down to Texas someplace. So I know she's doing drugs, and I'm just so afraid that she's going to overdose and die because she's overdosed and died before, and they brought her back. So I'm waiting for that call that's going to tell me that my firstborn has pretty much killed herself, but she's a mess. She's just absolutely a mess. She's the brightest, smartest person, other than myself and my son, that I know of. And she's wonderful, but she's a mess. She is just an absolute mess. Okay, let's zoom out and put these in. Okay, I've got my pocket. Let's make sure I've gotten everything. And zoom out a little bit. Here was the original pattern right here. See how straight that is, and now we pulled it in and pulled it out some. So I've still got my grain line. Put him over here where he belongs. Alright, so I still have my point here at the dart line. I still have my grain line. I still have my pocket placement. I still have everything I need. The only difference is that this seam here has been curved in at the armhole and curved out at the hip line. Now we've already cut the pieces for these two vests, so I will go in and kind of just print these two pieces out and let it out at the hip line. I'll have to just make a 3/8 inch seam will be good enough for these, and then I'll redraw it up here at the bust line. But that's basically all you have to do. Don't be afraid to get in and shift these seams around. Just make sure that you pivot at the same point for each side, because that's going to give you the correct placement of everything. Another thing is, that's a group, this is my tie. That turned out real good. And this, let's see, front lining, front facing, back lining. What is this? Why do I even have this here? I don't even know why I had that there. He doesn't need to be there anymore. This is the new one I did. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, I did him. I did him. I did him. This is the back. Or front. This is the back. I've got him. I've got him. Alright, I've gotten all my pieces done. I'm going to go ahead and group these. And then I'm going to save this. My dogs are rattling the door. They're itching or something. I don't know. Let's pull him over here just to get this out of the way. And him. Pull them down here and get him up here. Alright, that's all the raw pieces, and this is my altered pieces. So I don't need him at all. Back lining, back, front, front lining, front facing. Okay, no, I don't need him. Alright, Control S to save, Control P for print, And all I want to print is the new front and the back. So it's telling me on which printer. Let's move these out of the way, because I don't want to even mess with those. And now we're going to select the pages to print. Maybe I can scoot these around a little bit. Let's see what I can do here. Try to use as little paper as possible, and right here I even like to kind of butt these two together sometimes and just have one cut line, but I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm going into these pages anyway, so let's go ahead and select page. Here, 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 here. Alright. Print. I'm going to do it all in black. Oh, I went to a vapor pen. I got a purple one, of course, and kind of like it. I had to go with, I had to test about 7 different juices out until I found one that actually still had a tobacco flavor, because that's what I prefer. Something, I don't want strawberry, I don't want vanilla, I don't want rum, I don't want any of that. I don't want cigar or pipe. I want a cigarette tobacco taste. So that's what I got, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping that it cuts my cost in half again still. Maybe at some point in time I'll be able to get off the nicotine altogether. Just not right now. Anyway, that's all we're doing, and I'm going to go ahead and close this out and resave this. And we're going to have a little fashion show. You can hear my printer going off over there. We're going to have a little fashion show, I think, maybe this weekend when I deliver these, and I will take a video of that and show you all of the beautiful things that we've made. I need this video for a court case anyway. So you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, or subscribe below. Bye.